So good morning my dear students. So welcome back to my channel. So today I will be again taking back to the class 11 computer science courses. Okay, the fundamentals of computer, different encoding scheme and number systems. So it is also a fundamental unit of computer system. How the different websites they are communicating with the users. We are going to read about this, about different encoding scheme, how we are inputting the different character from the keyboard. So this topic is regarding this encoding schemes and number systems. So you can see here one picture is there. So have you look once, go to this picture. What he is doing here? He is typing something on the keyboard. Yes or no? So when he is typing here, something they have mentioned letter. Okay, something they have mentioned letter, and it is the code, and it is the binary number. So what is the meaning of this? Let me explain to you properly. So you can see here, computer only understand which language? Only binary language. So whatever the things we need to be sent to the computer system, so that first they will be converted to binary number. Then they will recognize that what the thing is, what the object is, that the thing is doing here. Okay, suppose they have typed A from the keyboard. You can see here in the picture. After typing A, 65 is the decimal value of capital A. Okay, clear my point? And that 65 is converted to binary. That how it is means representing the number system through the help of computer. How the human being will know, how the computer will know, all the things will be set off. That is called the proper processing of the computer system. Okay, so in this chapter we are going through introduction to encoding scheme, Unicode, number system, conversion between different number system. These are the things we are going to cover up in the entire chapter. Clear my point? In this entire chapter we are going to read these things. Okay, sometime it will be little bit hanging. So let's see what are the things are there, how they are converting the different letters, symbols to the particular code. So you can see that written something here. Similarly, when we press alphabet A, Hindi, on Hindi keyboard internally is mapped to hexadecimal value 0905, and whose binary equivalent is this one. So what is encoding? The mechanism of converting data into an equivalent cipher. Okay, so what is encoding? The definition, the mechanism, which mechanism we are using for converting data into an equivalent cipher using specific code, specific mechanism is called encoding scheme. Okay, so which mechanism we are using for converting our data into equivalent means the computer related, machine related code is called encoding. So it is important to understand why code value of 65 is used for the key A and not any other value. It is same for all the keyboard irrespective of their make. Whatever the keyboard is, but the A value is 65. Yes, it is same for all the keyboard. This has been possible because the standard encoding scheme where each letter, numeral and symbol is encoded or assigned a unique code. Clear my point? So they have mentioned properly each code in the each character in the keyboard have the FAT special code that need to be understood by the computer. So they have given the definition of cipher here. Okay, if anyone having any doubt on this cipher, you can see, you can recognize here. Cipher means something converted to a coded form to hide it from others. Okay, it will be there in the coded form. Cipher means it will be there in the which form? Coded form. It is also called encryption. It is also, we can call it encryption. Encryption means, okay, protecting our data in a confidential manner. That is what encryption is. Converted to cipher and send it to the receiver, who in turn can decrypt it to get back the actual content. So whenever you are sending the content, it should be go through an encrypted format, so that no one will be hack your data, lose your data, and after it reaching to the proper destination, it will be again decrypt. So the concept is called encryption and decryption. Encryption and decryption. Sorry. Decryption. Clear my point? Okay. Now we will read about different encoding scheme. So first one is ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It is called, pronounced as ASCII. So in the 1960, early 1960, computers had no way of communicating with each other due to different ways of representing keys of the keyboard. So they are not going to reach out the solution how we are identifying the key, okay, of the keyboard. So the ASCII has an unicoding scheme, hence the need for a common standard was realized to overcome the shortcoming. Okay, so whatever shortcoming is there, they are not going to find out. Then ASCII has finally find out that how we can be representing the characters from the keyboards. So ASCII use 7 bits of code to represent the character. Remember, 7 bits. Okay, so recall there are only 2 binary digits, 0 or 1. So therefore total number of different character on the English keyboard that can be encoded by 7 bit of ASCII 2 to the power 7, that is 128 characters total encoded in the keyboard. They can encode it up to 128 characters from the keyboard, 7 bits of represent the character. You can see the table here, they have given the different characters, space, their decimal value, character, their decimal value, character, their decimal value. Okay, you can see here how they have ASCII code for some printable characters. This is how it will be managed. Then encode the word data and convert the encoded value into a binary value. So they have taken DATA. So as you know, A value is 65, capital A ASCII value is 65. D is just count 68. T is 84, again A is 65. So everything will be converted to their proper binary representation, binary code, and it will be written here. You can see 68, 65, 84 and 65. So how it will be converted to binary, that we will know when we are going to read a representation of number system, how they are representing it through number system. At the time we are going to read that. Now we are just focusing on different encoding scheme and how they are encoded the different characters from the keyboard. Clear my point? Then move to the next one, Indian Script Code for Information Interchange, that is ISCI. Okay, Indian Script Code for Information Interchange. So why if there is ASCII code, why they have introduced that? So in order to facilitate the use of Indian languages in ASCII code, there is we cannot use the Indian languages like Devanagari script, Urdu, Tamil, Telugu, different Odia. Okay, so that Indian languages we can introduce in the form of ISCI. So ISCI having, you can see here, it is a common standard for coding Indian script, and it was developed in India during 1980s. Okay, remember, it is an 8-bit code representation. ASCII following 7-bit, ISCI following 2 to the power 8-bit. Okay, 2 to the power 8-bit. So it is 2 to the power 8 to 56 bit of code. 256 bit of code. Clear my point? Is it understandable? It's very clear to you. Okay, chalo, let's go. 2 to the power 8, 256 characters, and it retains all 128 ASCII codes, and user use the rest of the codes. Clear my point? So it is also including that 128 bit, whatever we have used, 128 bit code in the ASCII, that also included in ISCI. After this, they will be going for another that one. Okay, additional Indian languages character set. Additional codes have been assigned in the upper region 160 to 255 for the across of the languages, Indian languages. Clear my point? Why we are using that ISCI character? Okay, it is very simple that we need to add the Indian languages. That's why we need introduce the ISCI one. Okay, clear my point now? So, okay. So this is the use of ISCI code. Now Unicode. So Unicode stands for Universal Code. So what is that? There are many encoding schemes you can see for character set of different languages, but they are not able to communicate with each other, as each of them represent the character in their own ways. ASCII will be representing their character in their own ways. ISCI will be representing their character in their own ways. So there is the differentiate between this to represent the character in different ways. So it will be confusing, it will be very complex. So hence, text created using one encoding scheme was not recognized by another machine using different schemes. So what is the drawback? The main drawback of ASCII and ISCI code, you can see that the text created using one encoding scheme was not recognized by another encoding scheme. That is the thing. Or machine, different encoding schemes. Therefore, to incorporate all the characters of every written language of the world, Unicode provides a unique number for every character, irrespective of the device, server, desktop, mobile phone, operating system. It is in Linux, it is in Windows, it is in iOS, every platform, the code will be same. That is called universal code. That's why they have introduced this universal code. Understood my point? Clear? Okay. So why they have introduced? Because of to incorporate all the character in every platform, that should be same. Okay. Commonly used Unicode encoding scheme are UTF-8, UTF-16 and UTF-32. It is a superset of ASCII, and the value 0 to 128 have the same character as in ASCII. Whatever the character they have contain, ASCII and ISCI both are included in the Unicoding scheme. Okay, it is a superset of ASCII. That means all the characters they have contain the same character that present here. So Unicode character for Devanagari script, it is given here. What the Devanagari script is? Okay, it is given. You can see. Remember, this is the hexadecimal number, hexadecimal representation. When we are going to represent the number system, at the time I will be defining you the different number system and how it will be converted to different other number system. Okay. Remember UTF-8, it is called Uniform Transformation Format. UTF-8 8. Uniform transformation format. It will transform the value, the code into the particular system. This is what the different encoding scheme. Okay, remember that we have 3 encoding scheme: ASCII, ISCII and Unicode. So ASCII, they have the first, when this function started, the communication started, they have developed the ASCII with the help of 2 to the power 7 128-bit characters. But slowly the Indian languages are not included. That's why we have introduced ISCII. But there might be some confusion that they are not coordinating with the different machine, different platform. When we are using ASCII in ISCII number, in ISCII encoding scheme, it will be represent different thing. So that's why they have introduced Unicode for all the platform, for all the operating system, for all the devices, so that it will recognize when we type A, capital A 65, small a 97, and they have the particular conversion into different number system. This is all about the encoding scheme. Next class we are going to represent number system. Thank you. Have a nice day.